Hey, welcome back to Random Dude's Workshop. Today, gonna be taking this steel, doing my first kitchen knife. So I've had a little bit of practice with the blanks. I got to experiment with a couple things off camera, so this won't be my absolute first knife. It'll be my second. So, stick with me here, and maybe we'll each learn a little bit together. See what happens.
Alright, so the first part I gotta do here is cut off the extra, and then go ahead and start shaping it. So, anyone that has watched any knife making videos from a blank, you'll see the exact same thing using a grinder with a fiber disc or a metal cutting blade to go ahead and start shaping. So you see going in, so you can remove chunk by chunk, as big as chunks as you want. Obviously the smaller the chunks, the more overall grinding you have to do, but then vice versa. You start leaving those little zigzags you can see, like stair steps, that you gotta go back and remove as well. So at this point I don't have anything fancy. I don't have a metal bandsaw to remove any extra materials. It's just my grinder with a fiber disc and my bench grinders, so you'll see a lot of this removal happening here. So up to this point the video has been in 4x speed, so let's go ahead and take a fast forward from this point just until we get to the bench grinder. So I want to talk about this material, which is 26C3 090 thickness. Now I picked it up from Pop's Knife Supply online, and what sold me on it was the description, which I'll read here. It is 26C3 is a high carbon, very clean, fine grained steel capable of high hardness and holding very fine edges, making the steel suited to kitchen knives, razors, etc., where extreme wear resistance is not always needed, and it's the go-to steel for Haymans. Okay, so I wish I could read you this content chart, but I'm not that familiar with everything. But if you want to check it out, I put the link below so you can go ahead and check it, and you can see one of their beautiful examples of the stuff people are doing with the knife. Right here you'll see me getting all the final burrs off from drilling the handle holes and the initial, and then right here is setting that very first edge. So I haven't made anything super cool. Those are just some 3D printed jigs, and you can see I have to use a wood there so that the jig doesn't get so hot that it melts. What you're not really seeing is I'm not dipping it a whole lot because that edge, while it's getting hot, has not been heat treated yet, so I'm not going super crazy. You saw just a little bit discoloration there where I should have maybe cooled it. Now, a lot of guys have really cool ways to do this, like they've made some preset jigs and their handle holes are exactly spaced apart. Since this is my literally second knife blank working, I've just decided to opt to go ahead and do the trace method and mark the pinholes manually, going back to the drill press, and hoping to be as accurate as possible here. Okay, so as I'm going through, I'm heating this up. That material is so thin that it actually wants to bow just from the weight of the knife. And you'll see at the end of this video, at the end of the quench, that little bit of bow, and actually take the time to put it in a vise off camera, which I didn't record. But the oil that I used is a medium quench oil for this 26C3. It's Parks 50, and I had great results with it, which you'll see here shortly. So you'll see me here using a green polish / sharpening compound, and it's actually like a built-in like silica carbide green compound bar, which in addition to polishing the material also actually can make it quite sharp if your edge is already set. So this is it right here after just a little short couple minutes on that polisher. Okay, so I did not wear a mask or anything throughout this whole process. This 5-minute epoxy from JB Weld is just atrocious on your nose and your breathing. I would highly suggest, no matter how quick you think that you're working with it, just to go ahead and put on a basic mask at least. So now I'm going to go ahead and let this sit.
Alright, well, we're at the end of the kitchen knife project here. As you can see, this is before I polished the handle, but I just wanted to get the quick initial sharpness test in. I mean, it looks pretty sharp. Let's see what happens. Woo. So that's before using a sharpening station. That's just off the polish. Yeah, so we'll get this handle taken care of, and for my first kitchen knife, I wouldn't say it's half bad.
Okay.